Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing my top 5 beauty picks for May. I thought I'd do more of a chatty video today, as I've done quite a lot of makeup videos recently for the whole prom week, which went really well, so thank you very much for your lovely comments and stuff. Maybe the hair video didn't go down, wasn't a complete success, but I'm not very good at hair, so that's fine by me. Yeah, but just thank you, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So throughout the month of May I did test out a few different products, brands that are new to me and things like that, and actually a couple of them have snuck into my top 5 beauty picks today. So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to start off with one that isn't, well, I did test this out on my channel, but it isn't a recent purchase, and it's the BellaIzzy Flawless Chisel Cheeks Contour Cream Contour Stick, and this came in the duo with the contour and the highlighting stick. The highlighting stick is nice, but for my skin tone doesn't quite work for what I need it for. But I really like this. Now I would say these are so creamy and they blend in really nicely, but I find that it's a little bit too orange to contour for me and my skin tone, I feel anyway. So what I have been using this for is popping it kind of almost just above the cheekbones, getting a really kind of dense brush and really like working it in circular motions into my skin to more warm up the skin as opposed to contour my face, especially as we head to more towards summer. I for some reason prefer slightly more creamier products on the skin, like cream bronzers, cream blushes, cream highlighters. I just think they sit nice on the skin, and I tend to wear no foundation, maybe a bit of concealer as well, and it kind of all makes it look a bit more natural in a way as well. But I find this is really nice. Like I said, it blends in really well. It's just that it's slightly too warm in my opinion to contour with, which is why I use it as a kind of method to warm up my skin instead. I would say this contour shade doesn't work for really deep skin tones, but if you're someone who had a couple of shades darker than me and onwards up until a point, then the contour and the highlighting stick would work for you, because obviously they come together, so you will kind of want both to work if you're going to get it in a way. But it is BellaIzzy, so it is affordable, and like I said, it's just been my go-to, quickly stick it on, and it is really quick and easy as well, which is perfect. So when I get up for work in the morning, it's something I can quickly just throw on my face and blend in really quickly, because like I said, especially if you've got a really nice moisturised face to begin with, it really blends in, just really sinks in, just creates, like I said, that warmth to the skin that I want, especially as we're heading into summer now. Okay, so there's another new product I didn't actually test on camera, but it was one that I purchased this month, and you would have seen me have this on quite a few times, especially at the beginning of May, not so much the last week, but definitely at the beginning of May in some of my videos. It's another BellaIzzy product, and I did mention this product, well, one of these products in the last video as well, but I just thought I had to throw it in because I loved it. So it's another BellaIzzy nail varnish, but this one is one of their molten metal nail varnishes. This is in the shade Holographic. So it's a really beautiful kind of silver that has like these blues, golds, purples, kind of depending on how the light hits it on there. So if you look at some of my videos before the prom week, you would have seen them on my nails. If you head to the beauty box unboxing video, then you would have seen this nail varnish on my nails. It's just a really pretty, fun nail varnish, and like I said, I love the BellaIzzy nail varnishes. That's why I mentioned one in my last video as well. Really nice, really inexpensive, and yeah, this is just quite a cool, fun colour to have, so I've been really enjoying that one. Okay, so I've got another product, and then the last two will be green beauty products, because I thought that was very important to tell you what I've been loving from that. So the last non-green beauty product is this palette here. This is the MUA Tropical Oceana palette. I tested that in my first impressions, Drugs for First Impression video. I've used it quite a few times since, and in particular these orange shades on the top, because I have blue eyes, orange just tends to complement them, and the blueness kind of stands out a bit more in the eyes. And I used the greens in the first impressions, and I have double the pinks, and I've double the purples. I haven't actually tried the blues yet, but I was so surprised at the pigmentation for this, because MUA tends to be one of those brands that's, I don't know if it is the cheapest at the drugstore, but it's one of the cheapest brands. This was £8 and you get 25 shades, and I'm telling you, the pigmentation is incredible. So I'm actually going to swatch a couple for you now just to prove my point. I'm going to take some of these swatch some of these shades that I haven't actually touched yet. So I might as well do all 5. So it's a nice blue, it's a shimmery blue, a nice blue. Oh, that's not so easy to get to. There you are. See? What I will say is when you stick a brush in there you do get some fallout, but I always tend to do eyes first and I make sure I just tap off the brush so it's fine. So that's the 5 shades. So you've got, and what I love is that not only have they got obviously the names of the shades, but the names are over the top of the colours, so you can definitely tell what the shade name is for each colour, which I think is great, because not all palettes do that. Okay, so let me. I will say the shimmers probably are. Oh, I've just got. Just don't know instead. The shimmers are definitely a lot more pigmented than the mattes, but I find the mattes build up really nicely. Like I said, I've done a couple of tutorials using this palette, so you would have seen that anyway on there. So the mattes with a fluffy brush work much better than kind of using a flat brush and swiping like I just did there, but the shimmers are really beautiful, as you can see. So you've got all 5 shades there. I will tell you the names quickly as well. So you've got Stingray, which is kind of a deep matte blue. Nautical here is a shimmery, kind of, reminds me of the sea kind of colour blue. You've got Ocean Berry, another shimmer one, which is maybe a lighter version of Nautical. You then have got Surf, which is a matte shade, kind of this almost pastel blue colour, and then you've kind of got the shimmer version of that almost in the shade Waves. So really beautiful. Like I said, these shimmers are probably more pigmented than mattes, but if you use a fluffy brush with the mattes, they work perfectly well on the eyes and blend really nicely. So I'll leave a couple of videos I've done where I've used this palette, but like I said, £8 for 25 shades from the drugstore I think is a really good deal. I mean, yes, these are very bright colours, so maybe not the most wearable, but what I like is the mattes and shimmers, so you can create, so you've got the transition shades and then the shimmer shades. But there's definitely a shade if you're someone who likes to maybe just inject a tiny bit of colour to your eyes, maybe like just along the lower lash line, or a pop of colour in the inner corner, or just add a little colour somewhere. I think you've got some really nice shades in here. So no, it's not a neutral base palette, but I find neutral base palettes can get very boring, and once you've got one, you're kind of done really. But I just absolutely love this palette. I love the shimmers, I love the mattes, and I just, in particular, I love the oranges, but that's because they complement blue eyes and I have blue eyes, that makes sense. But when I want colourful looks, this is kind of the palette I'll go for, and I just really, really like this palette, and I highly recommend it if you love colourful eyeshadows, or even if you just want to experiment with some colour. I definitely recommend this palette. Okay, so the last 2 products, like I said, are some of the Green Beauty products that I tested out. There were some, I don't think I was disappointed by any of the ones that I had tried. I really liked them all, but there were 2 that definitely stood out for me. The first one is another palette, so I'll just do that one first. And this is kind of like a 5-in-1 almost, but it's this one here. This is the Pacifica Natural Minerals Solar Palette. I used this in my prom week, but I have dabbled with it since, because I kind of did a first impressions in that prom video as well, because it was the first time I tried it. I just think this is such a beautiful palette. So you get 6 eyeshadows here. None of them, I mean, this looks matte, but there's definitely sheen to it, so there's no complete matte shades. They're more of like a satin finish with a couple of really, again, none of them have that, they're not really, okay, that one may have a bit of shimmer here, but the rest don't really have shimmers. They're just just have a sheen, like a satin finish, but I think they're really beautiful. I mean, I stuck with the golds and the browns when I did the prom look, but I did swatch these. I did say that I will do a video using these colours because I think they're absolutely beautiful together. But I have dabbled with it since that video. So you also get a blusher, which I think is really nice, a bronzer, which is actually a matte bronzer, which is great. However, I did find for my skin tone it didn't look quite right. It kind of looked a bit muddy on my skin tone, but I am a fair person, so I think this would suit someone who had like a darker skin tone than me. And then you've got the 3 cream highlights at the bottom, at the top. Now in this video, in the last video, like I said, I used this one because it's a beautiful, really beautiful, it's kind of like a creamed powder, gold highlighter, and it looks really beautiful on the skin. And then I swatched these 2 and I said, because this is like a pinky peachy toned one, and they weren't that pigmented or anything like that in comparison to the gold one. And I did say I wasn't sure how I felt about these or what the point of these were. But actually since then I've actually been dabbling with this palette, and I have been popping these on top of blushes as like blusher toppers, obviously. And what they do is they kind of add a sheen to the blusher, so it creates like a dewy finish to the cheeks. It kind of not almost gives like a wet finish, but not quite. So if you're someone who likes really glowy, dewy skin like I do, then I think then these do work over blushes. I always like to find if I've got a palette like this and there's like maybe a couple of products that don't quite work for what I think, I do like to try and play around and kind of see what they would work for, because otherwise I just feel it's important to give like the product a good try. But that's what I found, so that's what I'd recommend them for, is for blush toppers, because I think they're really pretty for that. So yeah, this palette is so great. These shadows are really pigmented and lovely. So I have used this in a video, and I will, that's the gold one there, I will link it down below for you. Oh crikey, look at that, that's incredible. But yeah, I'd really recommend this. It's great because it's got pretty much everything you need, obviously minus foundation, concealer and mascara, okay, and lips. So, but you've got pretty much everything else in there for you, which I think is great, and it wasn't too expensive. I will leave everything linked down below, obviously. But I just thought I really enjoyed this palette, and I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of this, so it's a highly recommended palette from me. And the last green beauty product that made my top 5 beauty picks is the one that actually, out of all the ones I tried, is probably my favourite, because I just love a good mascara. So this is the PHB Ethical Beauty Natural Mascara, vegan, organic, paraben free, and it just was incredible. Now it does say this lengthens, volumizes, it's waterproof, and it separates lashes. I think that's what the claim was. And it 100% lengthens, separates, and is waterproof. The volumizing side, I would say that it does give volume, but it does. I've got other mascaras that give a lot more volume. However, I find with this you can really build up layers without it getting clumpy, which is what I really like about it. The wand is a good size wand. I do find that, however, for the lower lash line, I do get transfer. It is fibre wand as well, just so you know. You do get some transfer because it just is a little bit, thicker, but I really liked it. And if you saw that video of me trying it, you'd have seen like how incredible. I mean, I do have naturally long lashes anyway, but it just coated the lash from root to tip perfectly, which is always great, and it's a highly recommended one from me. And I did mention him, I will be definitely trying out some more PHB products, because I really love the products I've tried so far from them, so that is definitely a brand that I want to do some more testing of. So yeah, so that was my top 5 beauty picks for May. I really hope you enjoyed it. There were some quite fun products in there, like obviously because I tested, for some reason May seemed to be the month of testing different products out, and I've really enjoyed that, and I really do enjoy doing that kind of thing, because it means I can give recommendations to you, show you what works, maybe what doesn't work, and I'm hoping that there's some products here that maybe you might be interested in. Whether you're someone who does cruelty free or green beauty makeup, then at least I've got kind of a balance of both, so hopefully there'll be something that maybe takes your fancy, that you want to have a give a go. And yeah, and if you've tried any of these products, then also let me know your thoughts were on them, and if you've got any recommendations yourself based off these products that you think I might enjoy, and leave me any requests for videos down below as well, because I think it's always fun to take requests for videos. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.